Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. Today I am at the Kaiapoi Lakes in Kaiapoi, which is about 15 minutes from my house, which is always good to be nice and close. It's kind of a scouting mission tonight, to check how good this location will be on another night, because it's pretty windy tonight, so we won't get any reflections off the lake, and the cloud is looking pretty solid at the moment. There's a few gaps in the clouds, and I'm hoping that there might be a little light that comes through them, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, well, I'll show you around. So I've come to this spot just up from where the grass comes into the lake, and there's some reeds and things here which I think will make some nice foreground, because the lake's definitely not going to produce any reflections tonight. So I thought this will be a nice-ish spot. I'll try to get the camera up high enough so the reeds are within the water level, and then we've got the bank on the other side and a few trees behind that, and then the clouds above that. So I'll show you what is going on here for my setup tonight. I've got a tripod, of course, and then my Syrp Genie Mini, one of them, sitting there, and I've decided I'm going to pan away from the sunrise. So the sun up here is about there in the sky, and it's going to set that way. So I thought what I'd do is essentially pan the camera so it starts about there-ish, and it pans all the way across to maybe about there. That is the thought. If I come down to about the height of the camera lens now, you'll see that I have got the reeds which just are underneath these reeds here, that are just like in the water line. They're kind of silhouetted against the water, which is exactly what I wanted. And then I've got the bank on the other side, and then the clouds on top. So it should be a pretty nice perspective. If I run you through how I'm going to set this up. First of all, I'll turn it on the Genie, and I don't know if you can see, but the lights come on there, and the light above the power button starts to flash when it's on and waiting to be received. So if I flick you into my camera, into my phone now, so if we go connect, and it's just searching for those genies, and once that comes up, you can see that has come up on the app now, and I just hit the circle, and you can see it's connected because the tick has come up. Go create content and time lapse, because we're only working with one, and new setup, and so you'll see the screen here of the setup. So what we want to do is essentially, first of all, the green camera is where the camera is located, and then the direction of the arrow is which way the Genie is going to move, and then the degrees it's going to move. So you can see it's going clockwise 50 degrees at the moment, and it's essentially facing straight ahead, and we didn't want that, so I'm going to bring it up a wee bit by dragging at the top of the arrow, and it's going across, and we'll be able to see by the camera if we're hitting about the right spot. And I think I just need to bring it back a wee bit more, and that's about where I want it. So now I drag the camera down to the end, and the camera will move to where the end point is. I think that's probably a bit too far, so we're going to bring this back 35 degrees. That's about right there. And so what we're going to do is now go put that back to the start and clip the ramp in and out, the middle one of the 3 down the bottom, and this is your ease in and out. So I want about 3 seconds where it starts to ease it into the movement. I'm now going to go over to the record time, and I want that it's 7:40 now, so I want this to go until about 10:40. So we've got about 3 hours. The interval now we set, and we might set that at 5 seconds. Because then we get a good playback time. And once we've done that, I'm going to hit record. But before I do that, because I'm using the internal intervalometer in the camera, I'm going to set up the camera. So now I go into menu. I'm going to go into the camera option, interval time. So what I've got is flicker reduction on, and if I go up to interval timer shooting, I go across. And I'll set this interval to the same as what I've got on the Genie, which is 7 seconds. Number of times I want it, I've got it on infinite, which is right, because then I can stop it whenever I want. So what I'm essentially going to do is hit OK and record on the app at the same time, and we're off and running. Gap in the clouds, which you can see is that bright bit there, is just diminishing and diminishing, so it's looking very unlikely that we'll get some good colour, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Because the clouds are looking so awesome, decided to pull out the ND filter and take a couple of long exposure photos, and to get some sort of reflections and smooth that water out. I was using the camera that I'm recording with now. I've only got 2 cameras, so I couldn't record that, sorry, but I'll show you the photos anyway. I think they hopefully will turn out alright. Yeah, I'll show them now. It's about half an hour until sunset, and you can see the sun is popping out behind the clouds there. There is, you probably can't see it, but a band of blue sky that's just popped up over by the horizon. Parted for 2 minutes just then. We got sun directly through the clouds. I got some one photo I think of a really nice sun star, or some B-roll, I can't remember which one, of a sun star, which was really good. Well, that was much better than I expected. I was running around like a hen for a wee while there, so I didn't get much B-roll of the actual sunset, and I took some time lapses with this camera, so you would have seen them by now and seen how awesome it was. Just going to give it half an hour to an hour more, see what more comes, if anything. I can see on the very far horizon that there is still a little bit of colour happening, so I'm going to see if that makes its way over this way or not before I decide to pack up. Things can still be seen, so I'm going to leave the camera, my X-H1 rolling time lapse for a wee while still and see if anything comes of that. At the moment I'm just going to sit and feel stoked for what actually came, and yeah, because I wasn't expecting it. So I've come over to a sheltered spot. Hopefully you guys can see me in here. The wind's has got up quite high now, so I'm probably going to call it a day because I don't want the camera that's taking time to blow over and then take a swim. So I'm going to pack that up and head home. There's no other colour that's really come through other than that nice big burst that I showed you on those time lapses, which is fine. I'm definitely stoked with how it's come out because it's definitely a lot better than I expected it to be when I first started. So yeah, happy, absolutely happy. So thank you for coming along and enjoying this behind the scenes of this time lapse. I'm going to show it now, and let me know in the comments below if you liked it and what else you'd like to see on these behind the scenes vlogs. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Ka kite anō.